The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
This is the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah.
First I hit him, and then I let him. Then I remix, rewind, then I wet him. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
All right, welcome to another exciting episode of the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. And this is what's going down. We got Farouk with us this week. And before we get started, we want to make sure everybody presses the like buttons and subscribe buttons. And leave your comments below because we love to hear all your comments, good or bad. Now, we have a good, interesting show coming up for you this week. And also this month, I'd like to say it's Women's History Month. Did you know that, Farouk?
I didn't know that.
Women's History. I don't know what happened. They got a bigger month than Black History Month did. So I guess.
Well, women should have every day for history. Do you know without women it would be no history at all?
You know what? That's a big point, and I think you're true. That is a true statement.
Think about it. They named Earth after her, Miss Universe.
Like Eartha Kitt?
No, Earth, Planet Earth, Mother Earth. Mm-hmm. You know, like languages, they call it your mother tongue. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's why women talk so much, you know, because they've been talking before everybody else, you know.
Right.
When men was just still making high, you know, hand signs or grunt noises, women was actually talking.
So do you think it should really be Women History Year?
No.
Just a month?
Every day. Every day we wake up.
Every day.
There's an important woman in history.
That's good. Is any of these women here? Or are you saying that because you don't?
Well, my mama's important.
Okay.
You know, your mama's important. I mean, you know, since it's Women History Month, the very first black millionaire in American history was a black woman.
And what was her name?
Madam C.J. Walker.
And she invented that pressing comb.
Yeah, she was pimping hoes, too. Her name was Madam C.J. Walker.
Now that's very important.
She ran a brothel.
That's very important because that pressing comb is very essential to women's lives around the world. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they ain't going to be happy if that hair is nappy.
Yeah, you're right.
That's right. So how was your week, Farouk?
It was pretty good,
What did you do? Did you do anything exciting?
Yeah, man. You know, Saturday I happened to go to one of my longtime friend birthday bash.
How was that?
My friend birthday. It was pretty cool, man. They had me out there in Ratchetville, Pomona.
Ratchetville, Pomona.
You know, out there in the P-town.
Home of Sugar Free.
Yeah, you know, it was at a bike club.
A bike club?
Yeah.
Now, you told me about this, and you told me that they were pop locking. Did you bust any moves yourself?
No, I just, you know, I felt in the mood, so, you know, I just showed them I could still crip walk, but I wasn't pop locking and no shit like that.
And it was a very good, nice. Nobody got shot. Anything happened?
No, everything was adult affair. Everything was real cool, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool. Now, my week was pretty decent. You know, I'm trying to celebrate the Women History Month. You know, since I try to do something with my woman. You know, so I figured I'd take her out to dinner, but she fell asleep, so you know we just didn't go. So that was cool. So sometimes, like, women got to get some rest. You know, you want to get some rest because anytime a woman don't get rest, she might be a little cranky. Am I right?
Yeah, well, they do more things than everybody. You know, women have a lot of energy. And like I say, without the contribution of women, man, I mean, you got to really think about where we would be at as a species, man.
Right. So now coming to my mind right now, we're talking about women and species and just, you know, their value on the planet. Now, there was a lot of things that happened this past week, and it was a little alarming to me. Now, there was a shooting in New Zealand in the mosque. Now, a lot of people out there, they don't even know where New Zealand is. Some people thought it was near Cleveland somewhere. You know, do you know where New Zealand is?
Yeah, it's kind of close to Australia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, down under. So it was some thunder down under, and
Southwest Pacific.
Yeah, the Southwest Pacific. Now, what was interesting to me, the gentleman, I guess he was what you want to call him, a white man or whatever. He went in there and
from Australia.
To me, I saw the video and it looked like he thought he was in Call of Duty or some shit. Like, you know, one of these older cats that didn't want to get off his mama's couch and just took that shit a little too far. You know, so he went in there and shot up these people and everything. But what was interesting to me is he was saying he wanted to get rid of the darkies, you know what I'm saying, because the white people wasn't producing babies fast enough, and he wanted to clean the land of the darkies. You know what I mean? And that interested me because, to my knowledge of history, New Zealand was occupied by people of color for the initial part of their existence. Would you agree?
Yeah, but in his mind, all of his life, he has been free to do what he wanted to do without being subjugated to the rule of somebody who doesn't look like him. But now, due to the true fact that he said that white people, not just there in New Zealand, but on planet Earth in general, are below the birth rate, that puts them all in a sense of fear. So
now, what was interesting to me is because, you know, a lot of people have been talking about this situation and everything, and it was like, especially the people who didn't hear about it, they was like, oh, well, what happened to the gunman? Did he get killed? Did he kill himself? And I was like, well, man, you know, it wasn't America, so, you know, he's in jail, he's in custody, because, you know, in America, when some shit goes down like that, the gunman will get shot, or either they'll tell you he killed himself.
Yeah, if you're non-white, you would.
Yeah,
but
so he probably got.
If you're white, they'll capture you.
Yeah, I noticed.
They'll go out and, above and beyond to try to save your life committing those type of crimes if you white. But if you anything other than white, they're not going to think twice about smitting your life.
And they might even stop off and let you get a little Burger King something before they take you to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the white kid who killed the people in the church. He went in there and ate with the people. Prayed with him, you know, and then he killed the people in the church, and they took him out alive, and even took him to Burger King or somewhere and got him a burger. Right.
So the moral of the story is, you know, when you guys never know when shit is gonna go down. I mean, these people were sitting there. They were going just to pray, you know, or do their regular routine at the masjid. You know what I mean? So they didn't know what was going to come and happen to them. Some kind of terrible, you know, that was really some coward shit, though, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Because these people weren't armed. It wasn't like they went in there and I'm going to do some hand-to-hand combat. This dude just went in there and let off. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch out for everybody, no matter where you are, and always be aware of your surroundings.
Would you agree? Vigilant. Gotta be vigilant. That's just the world we live in nowadays, man. I mean, you know, you got people out there that'll kill you for all kind of reasons, and pretty much now things is extreme, and you got a lot of sick, demented mind that do stuff like that just for recognition because he did it live on Facebook.
Yeah, and if you're not aware, that's why I always tell people, you know, get your head out of your phone all the time. Always know what's going on around you, because I'm gonna say myself, I was guilty of this. I wasn't paying attention to what was going on around me this past week when the butterflies was migrating. Did you see any other butterflies?
Yeah,
it was like thousands and thousands,
blown billions,
just squadrons of butterflies
coming from Rosarito Beach in Mexico.
Right. I went outside. I saw all the butterflies. I thought it was the end of the world. I said, "Oh shit! It was the locusts. Now it's the butterflies." I went and hid up under the chair somewhere, and then they just told me it was a migration of butterflies. So you have to be.
They got another
aware.
bloom too. The poppy bloom. The California
poppy. Now, to my knowledge, that California poppy, that's the yellow flower, isn't it?
Yeah, but they have two kinds. One is yellow and another one
Which
is
one
orange.
gets you high?
That's the poppy from Afghanistan.
Because to my knowledge, I've noticed that the California poppy, I've heard that people, chemists have been able to extract the ephedrine from that poppy.
Nah, not the California ones.
Not the nigga I know.
Nah.
He's making crystal methamphetamines.
Yeah, the red kind of rose-colored poppy from Afghanistan.
I'm talking about that yellow one that be on the side of the freeway.
Nah.
You might have seen my boy. He dresses up like he works with Caltrans with the little
You can't get high off of that, man.
And he plays it off like he's cleaning up the freeway. But what he is doing is gathering this shit and extracting the high element out of it, the chemical, and he's taking it home. I don't know what he's doing.
You could go to jail from destroying the flowers.
That's why he puts on.
If you step on them.
That's why he puts on the disguise.
If you step on these flowers, like walking through the fields and step on them and pick them, you can be penalized by the law.
Now, my boy Slick, he gets away with it. He gets away with it.
So it's a protected species of flowers.
Yeah, this guy gets away with it. His name.
Well, he lying. He putting some other shit on them poppies because.
Oh, he got a cut. He got a cold cut. Because
those poppies don't do nothing for you.
Yeah. So anyway, hats off to my homeboy. Did I tell you his name is Poppy as well?
Poppy.
Yeah, but it's spelled different than the flower.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, the next thing we were going to talk about is something happened in Mexico, which was a volcano erupted. In the name of the volcano, it was in the place, what was it, Popocatépetl, right?
Yeah.
And it's interesting enough because that name means smoking mountain. Now, I don't know about...
There's 2 volcanoes there.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be around neither one of these motherfuckers. Because to me, whenever it says volcano, rent need to be $1 a month. Because I'm not going to pay to live around a volcano. I mean, think about it. Now, they got to tell these people, hey, when you see the smoke come, you might want to get the fuck out of the way. Now, you wouldn't have had to tell me that. All you had to tell me was like, the real estate is right at the bottom of the volcano. And I would have been like, well, cool, I'm good. I don't want to live around there. But see, these people will live around the volcano and then just wait like they're going to get lucky.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, it's beautiful than a motherfucker, but not to live there. You know what I'm saying? It's just like in California, we have mudslides, and, when it rains, a lot of the rich people, they end up sliding down off the hill. And I know a guy, he had a lot of money. He was really rich and everything. And then this last big rain we had, and he was up on the hill and slid his ass right down to Hoover and 54th. He was in the hood anyway. Paid all that money just to slide his ass right next to Marv. Ain't that some shit?
At least you back in the flatlands.
I say, never forget where you came from, because you might end up back there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's happening. So do you have any relatives in Mexico near the volcano, Fruit?
Not that I know of, man. What kind of damn question is that?
Because Farouk knows everybody. He knows every damn thing. Because I don't want to give him the opportunity to go, well, my cousin stays down in Juarez. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have no relatives.
He drinks 40 ounces of Tecate and Dos Equis every day.
Hey, man, look, just because I like tequila, man, don't mean I got relatives in Mexico. But who knows?
Yeah,
who knows? I might.
Because every time you talk to Farouk, he's related to or knows, Kitty Babyface Edmonds is my cousin. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no telling. The president of Mexico might be your third cousin. Well, I told him to put a cork in the goddamn volcano, but you know how relatives, they don't want to listen. Think I know every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? Are you sure you don't have any relatives?
Hey, man, not that I know of, Marv. Not that I know of.
Because I got a couple of relatives in Mexico. Mm-hmm.
Where, New Mexico?
No, Old Mexico. Yeah.
Where?
They run they run a brothel down in TJ.
Oh, okay.
They got the cheapest whorehouse in town. And the crazy thing, I don't know how these boys make any money at all. They got you go down to TJ and they got a little room. They call it a club, but to me it's a damn room. Okay, I mean Packet, you couldn't fit in there. I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Packet's here. He's just chilling. But yeah, you couldn't get in there. That's why I never told you about it. It's really fucking small. But you could go in there and he sells.
He can stick his arm in there and get a hot wing or nachos.
Yeah, you could probably get you a finger bang. He probably sell you a finger bang for like 50 cents. You probably get a good finger bang job for about 50 cents, but you ain't gonna be able to see, where you put your finger at because you too swole. But but you could go in there, and he's got the cheapest whorehouse in Mexico, and for $35 you can get 18 women. I say, what a bargain!
I want to see all their shot papers.
But there's no papers. And there's, you can call them anything you want to because they don't really have names. Because I asked him, I was like, well, what are the names? Yeah, they got numbers. They just numbers.
Are they named after months?
Numbers. That's it.
January,
That's
April,
it.
May.
Numbers. You want number 1 or number 7. That's it. Like you go in the Jack in the Box or something and get the number 1 combo or something like that. Packet's going to be coming up here. We're going to go to break and we're going to come back. So anybody want to chime in, we're going to be talking about human trafficking. Wow. That just goes right into, did I snitch on my cousin?
Did you?
I don't know. Hopefully that wall will go up. Hopefully that wall will go up soon. Cause,
hey, man.
You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be talking about human trafficking. It's really running rampant here in America. And we're going to be talking about that as soon as we come back after this commercial on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. We'll be right back. right, welcome back. We're back to the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. We have with us Packett has finally showed up today. He's not on time, but he's on time in his mind.
I'm on time. I'm here. It's not my fault. It's my girl's fault.
So you know? Because it's Women's History Month.
Exactly. It's her fault.
What did your girl do that caused you to be late?
I was getting ready, and she put on this something I ain't never seen before.
What, cologne?
Nah, it was this little dress, and it caused me to be late.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can you elaborate, or is that too personal?
Well, I can elaborate a little bit. Like, what else you want to know about it? Like,
was it satin?
It kind of felt like it.
Mm-hmm.
Velvet.
And that's what caused you to be late?
Well, the earmuffs did.
Earmuffs? Oh, so you guys were role playing? Were you role playing?
I was doing a lot of rolling and playing.
Oh, because I was getting ready to say, what was your character?
Deep sea diver.
A deep sea diver.
Is that what that smell is?
Yeah. Porter said, is that what that smell is?
You know,
that's a shame, but my earphones is not on either.
Well, you don't have to have your earphones on for that. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm glad you and your girlfriend had a good time causing you to be late. So how was your week? What did you do for this week, Packett?
Oh, man.
Besides deep sea diving.
My main thing is working out now, man. Just walking. I gotta drop this weight, so you can't say nothing. So I can just talk about you being a little guy.
So how far have you walked this week? How many miles? Would you walk miles or steps?
I'm doing 2.5 miles a day.
2.5. That's how far the liquor store is and the food places are from your house?
Ah, you stupid. Nah, when I'm at work, I'm walking, and then my girl makes me walk. So. Hey, it's good.
That's good. We're like we said before, we're very proud of you. So now,
But I like your pressing curl.
Oh, pressing curl.
Yeah, you looking real good over there, like Lionel Richie in his old album picture.
What the hell are you talking about? You sound ridiculous.
Your pressing curl, that's not a curl?
No, it's not.
What is it then?
This is called my Curl Thomas. You don't remember Carl Thomas?
Oh, that's natural. You use natural juices and berries.
Yes, I'm mixed.
Okay, my bad.
I'm not, got
a little white boy in you.
No. I'm mixed. I'm half black and half Revlon.
Okay.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
And then Fruit, you was crip walking?
Yeah, man. You know, doing my thing.
I can see Fruit doing this.
They played that kind of music. I wasn't pop locking.
Now, did you pop lock back in the day, Pack?
Nah, that wasn't my thing.
You didn't have no move. You didn't have a wave or nothing.
Yeah, the wave. Everybody had the wave, though, didn't they?
You know, you do that move where you pretend like you eat something and you swallow. You didn't do that.
That was his favorite move.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know, Marv was the little robot.
Nah, mine was this one, just with the hand.
Yeah, the little ass hand. A puppeteer.
So all bullshit aside, we're going to get to the series now. This topic, you missed the other topics. We were talking about the volcanic eruption in Mexico and things like that. And we were talking about the massacre in New Zealand. Now, this right here is a subject that I'm quite sure you might have some knowledge about, and it's human trafficking because it's very serious.
Not the volcano, but the human trafficking.
Yeah. Only volcano is the motherfucking volcano. You know what I'm saying?
Volcanoes is the business.
Yeah, that
though.
onion volcano and shit like that.
Man, you ever had volcano?
Hell yeah, I had the what I had, the crab fried rice before. Yeah.
Go there and get the garlic noodles and the vegetable fried rice. Well, you probably get the shrimp fried rice, but with the garlic noodles, fire.
I thought you wasn't messing with carbs.
Carbs. I didn't say nothing about. I said vegetarian. I didn't say nothing about no carbs.
Well, what do they make the noodles out of?
What they make the noodles out of?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to ask them next time I go.
Oh, they've been feeding your ass carbs. You didn't even know it.
No. Carbs are okay, Marv.
Not for your ass. Shit.
But I had a friend that got caught up in that human trafficking thing. He was one of the big pimps over there on Fig and Hollywood.
Now, how did it happen? How did that come about?
Well, I don't think he knew the girl was underage. I think
That's
he
what
was
they
doing
all
this
say.
thing. Hey, I'm not him.
Now you sound like R. Kelly.
But they came and picked him up, and my boy's gone for a long time now.
Do you know how long he's gone for?
I believe they got him in like some type of ring. It was like 5 pimps that got caught at one time. I'll bring that information in next week. But I know he got at least 10 years.
Damn.
You got more than that.
Yeah. I don't know how long it was. I know it was at least 10.
Double digits.
Yeah.
Now the thing is about the the human trafficking now, what I know to my knowledge, sometimes they take a lot of these unsuspecting girls, that's not the brightest lights on the damn Christmas tree.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yes,
and tempt their tummy with the taste of nuts and honey, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they're working as hoes, if you will, ladies of the night, if you will, and next thing you know, they're in this human trafficking ring.
Yeah, but isn't it different from regular pimping to guerrilla pimping? The dudes that get out there and they force the girls to do something?
I mean, you do have different dimensions of pimping. Now, a lot of guys out there are what I call shade tree pimps. Now, Farouk, do you know what a shade tree pimp is? That's like a rest haven for hoes. That's when like a girl is actually pimping you.
Yeah,
you
just want to look like it and be seen.
Yeah, she coming over your house.
To be.
Yeah, she laying in your house. You really just a driver. You're like a human trafficking Uber. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You just like really just taking her around, dropping her off at spots, and she breaking you off a little something, and then so you can say, oh yeah, I'm pimping. No, she pimping you. Yeah. You are a rest haven for hoes.
But you know them two people because that's when the girls talking back to them like and calling them niggas and all type of stuff. I'll leave you.
Yeah, turn your motherfucking radio down. I'm on the phone. And then he's... Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but a lot of people got the misconception that all these women is out here getting mistreated when they're the ones that's running the show.
Are being taken advantage of. Yeah. So,
it's Women History Month, and I mean... Since it's Women History Month, I have to bring up the fact that prostitution was the world's first established hustle or enterprise.
And that has been a Woman History Minute from Farouk. Now, but it's interesting that you bring up that concept of Farouk and Packett as well, because I think that it should be both ways. If the guys could get in trouble for human trafficking, for taking advantage of the girls, then there has to be some kind of recourse for these girls who sucker and con these shade tree pimps into the game. You hear what I'm saying? Like, they come to court looking all innocent and everything when the girl really was the one that drew this guy in to this debauched and immoral world of big money and high class pimping. You dig what I'm saying?
Well, that's never going to happen because you don't know the ties that she might have to the judge or the prosecuting attorney.
You never know. But at the same time, can we have some equal legislation going down?
It'll never be equal.
The equal legislation is that if you're not no real pimp, stay out of the game. For one, number one, real pimps don't have sex with their hoes. Real pimps don't beat on their hoes, and real pimps don't have their hoes get hooked on drugs. And real pimps don't go out and recruit hoes.
Mm-hmm. They choose them.
Hoes do the choosing and tricks do the picking.
Now,
so if you're going out there trying to tell somebody, bitch, choose up, then of course, yeah, nigga, you need to go to jail.
So would you say this, Farouk, would you say a lot of these so-called pimps these days out here on the street are really just mimicking maybe rap music?
Yeah, they listen to too much Snoop Dogg.
And the cinema, would you say?
Yeah.
What about you, Packett? How do you feel about that? Do you really know, other than your boy who just recently got locked up, do you know any genuine, authentic, real-life pimps?
No, I never hung around them because I heard what Farouk said about them not hitting them. But growing up and around that type of area, they was always getting beat down. So the real pimps like he's talking about is like Detroit area and where it supposedly came from.
Have you ever dabbled in that arena yourself? Maybe before it was called human trafficking? Like on one side of the spectrum or another. Have you ever maybe had a girl out there, as we should say, 10 toes down, if you will? Or have you been on the side where you was like, here, I'm going to give you $10 if you get down?
He do that every time he go to a restaurant and order food. They got to walk away and to prepare the food. So yeah, that's what he do.
So I'm going to ask you, have you been on that other side of the spectrum?
Nah. Don't put that jacket on me.
I mean, because there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, every man, maybe does it every now and again.
Where we at right now, they will get torches and tiki torches out for your ass for the littlest thing, and it could be the girl's fault, like we were talking.
They don't care though.
Huh?
They don't care.
They don't care because it'll never be equal. The girls always get over.
So for the record, Package, you have never dabbled in any type of
You
trickeration.
just got to make these hoes sign contracts. I mean,
You gonna ride around with contracts in your glove compartment?
Me, myself, I was introduced to the pimp game before I was 21. I was like a latter teenager, and the hoes that I was dealing with was in their later 20s and 30-something years old. These was like older middle-class women.
How would you say it was the difference between then, the pimping and the hoes back in your day from the way it is now?
Well, basically, I mean, they seen the way that I dressed. They like, my personality. I was tall and stuff like that. They seen how I use my muscle to, do what I do on the streets, get my money hustling. So, they sought my protection and everything, and they chose on me. But it wasn't a thing that I'm telling them, bitch, I'm going to sock you in your head if you don't give me all your money. They felt willing like it was they obligated to give me all the money they had because they figured that as long as the money was with me, they can go out there and get some more and it'll be protected.
So are you saying that it wasn't too close to how they depicted in the rap songs in the movies?
Well, it's all a lie, man, and I think that the media and I also think that especially music inspired by, some of these clowns that call themselves rappers now put an unrealistic spin to shit that maybe they wanted to be a part of that was never a part of because, for one, real pimps ain't going to be putting their business out there what they doing. He might say his hoe is his sister or, something like this, somebody close to him, his cousin, anything like that. He ain't finna say it's my prostitute, okay? He ain't finna tell no square nigga, man, I'm pimping this bitch if you want to pay her because the whole gang get put on blast, but it's a partnership. That's what it is. It's about money, you know what I'm saying, in the flesh game. But deeper than that, though, man, you got a lot of cats, man, that don't really have the type of mindset to do that. Now, anybody can send a bitch out there to get some money, but can you keep her coming back? And deeper than that, why are you getting emotional?
Right.
Because you want to have sex with her and you desire her just like the trick do. Because you're a trick, you just got better clothes on.
So do you think the amount of time that you can get for human traffic is appropriate for the crime?
Yeah, I think nowadays it is, man, because of the climate that these fraudulent people in the game have caused, It's just like when the dope game started really getting popular out here on the West Coast was actually like 78, 79. It got presented to the average lame out here in the mid-'80s, but in 78, 79, you had brothers selling dope, but they wasn't like broadcasting it or making, like, hey, man, why don't you sell this with me? If you was a square, it's just like...
Now, from my understanding... when in that era when the dope was introduced on the streets, across the United States or whatever, I think that dramatically changed the whole climate of pimping.
Yeah, because
because now you have a girl that was really going out there to get her money. Now she's turned the trick for a rock, which would dramatically drop the profit margin
and take all the profit and the money straight to the rock, man.
I think it's what Farouk said. These bullshit ass rappers rapping about something had everybody thinking it's sex trafficking when it's completely opposite of the women bringing themselves to a man and wanting protection while they go make their money.
Right.
And that's the misconception that people don't know about, that it's not somebody going out there and abducting girls and having them out on the street.
So basically you saying like kind of the rap music has commercialized the whole dimension of pimping and brought it to what it is today, and it's morphed into this human trafficking.
Because rap music is geared towards the youth, right?
Yeah.
So,
but I don't see too many 80, 90 years old motherfuckers script walking at like the parties you was talking about.
Yeah, except for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's geared towards the young, so now they have a young sister thinking that hoeing and prostitution is fun and exciting. You know what I'm saying? They don't look at it like it's something demeaning or, should I say, a necessary evil at that time, meaning that if a woman is in a tight bind financially or stuff like that, she got kids to take care of, she got bills to pay, school tuition, she's liable to borrow sex for money because of the type of world we live in today.
Now, now that brings me back to my first point. If a woman solicits money from a man in exchange for a sexual favor, then shouldn't she be held accountable for that on her end as well?
Well, her pussy is her own property, man, and niggas go pay for it regardless.
I think if a woman wanted to get some money out of Merv, let's just say, you want about $30-$40. But,
$30-$40.
I just said something.
Okay, all right. Hypothetically.
And then you want to withhold the goods from me, the sexual part of it. Because I ain't trying to just give you $30-$40 just to have somebody to have a conversation with. I can talk to y'all fellas. Correct?
Right.
But if she takes my money and withhold the honey, it should be a court in which I could take her to recoup that $30-$40. Wouldn't you agree?
That's street court. That wouldn't be the real court. That's street court.
Have you ever?
Well, I mean, even in the real court, I mean, you got to exchange with cash money. That can't be traced. So
should it be breach of contract?
Hey, if you can, what they call that, the PayPal app. If you can PayPal her, now you got evidence that. But if you don't have no evidence, and then it's her word against yours.
Now they got the cash app.
This is what men that fail to understand. If you lure by the sexual whims of a woman, then you could be using ping pong anyway. That's why it don't pay to be a trick. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got a family at home,
some kind of trick protection or offer that at like Allstate or one of these places, because some people out there are just naive to the fact. I'm not saying I'm one of those guys.
You're sounding like you've been scorned or something.
No, I'm speaking for the little man.
Okay.
I'm speaking for the little man.
I mean, that's like somebody that got a drug habit. If they catch your ass going to the rock house, right? It's not a crime because all you got is some money. Right. But if they catch your ass coming out of the rock house, now it's a crime because you got a rock in your hand.
That's a different thing. You have intent to get loaded.
Yeah, we'll see. Here you have it, man. They have sting operations for tricks because nobody likes a trick but a hoe.
All I'm saying, and I'm going to be real with you.
They have female officer posing as prostitutes. Now, this is what people...
Are you talking about Officer Lacey? Oops.
I don't know. But you got to realize, man, that if you a man, you married, you got kids, you have a professional reputation to, protect or whatever... If you out here soliciting these hoes for sex and a deputy jumps in your car posing as one.
Let's not use the word solicit. Let's just use a word maybe like...
Oh, dating. Okay. If you're not out dating with hoes, then you don't have to worry about being exposed.
Let's use the word procuring.
Hey, man, you can call it pandering or whatever you want. My
friend likes to use the word procuring.
Oh, okay.
But this what I'm saying. We have a caller. Before I get to this point, let's see what this caller has to say. Caller, welcome to the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. What's your name? And caller, you say what?
Whoa, motherfucking yeah.
What's happening, caller? What's your name?
Hey, man, what's up, nigga?
What's up, Big Sid?
Is this side nigga Sid?
Side nigga Sid. Just getting off work. First thing popping my phone is a Mad Marv Comedy Lounge.
Well, I think you called at the right time. I got a question. Now, can I ask you this question and you give us your honest response?
All day long.
Okay. Now, Sid, side nigga Sid, if you will. Have you ever, taken the girl out on a date, maybe to a nice restaurant, a nice expensive restaurant, like maybe Red Lobster or Applebee's? and
Golden Corral.
Golden Corral. Let's just say Golden Corral. Okay. She had to be really light skinned and beautiful to go to Golden
big.
And big to go to Golden Corral. Now, then at the end of the night, you're expecting a little intimacy from this woman, and she just said thank you, good night, and you had to get the fuck on. Did you feel that there was some way that you should have been able to recoup that money?
I could have saved my motherfucking money for this shit.
And that's all I'm saying.
Well, like I say, man, tricking ain't easy, man, but it sure is sleazy.
Hold on, Sid. Now, have you ever tried to recoup that money?
No, I never did.
Now, wouldn't it be nice if they had some kind of trick insurance?
Trick insurance?
Hell yeah! So just like the commercial, when you go, you spend that money, and she don't give you the honey. And then a tall man stands up and say, "Are you in good hands?" And get your money back.
Well, that's why they call it a lobster trap.
You should be able to put in a fucking
Submit a claim.
claim.
And that's all I'm saying. Said, thanks for calling. By the way, we are doing a comedy show at the J Spot in Inglewood on April 26th, where Side Nigga Said will be there. April 26th,
okay.
Along with Farouk and Mike Sandoval and myself, and we're going to be doing a show down there. Said, you're going to make sure you're showing up, and you're going to bring about 10 people, right?
All day long.
All right. Thank you for calling in to the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge.
Make sure you have your cape on, say it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right,
Stay
thank
up, Sid.
Now, look here, Packet. Now, we're on to something right here.
Right.
Because I think a lot of gentlemen out there, and I'm just speaking for the little man. You know, it's guys out there that work hard all day. You know, some people work from 8 to 10. Sometimes they work, you know, they don't have time to go sit at the bar or go on Tinder. You know, they might only have enough time to ride down Western or Figueroa, pull over the car, pull out a couple of, you know, a little piece of change, little 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe $150 or something.
150.
Maybe. I'm just saying.
All right.
And do they thing. Now, if they don't get their money's worth, it just, to me, it seems like there should be a way for them to recoup that
Well,
loss.
there is a way for them to recoup that.
How
but
is that?
Not on these low budget streets. You got to go to a place where this is smiled at and everybody knows what's going on, and you pay the man at the front door and he sends you to the room, and
This
A
dude,
brothel. That's a brothel.
this
yeah,
dude,
but it's the same deal.
look, this dude just got off of work. He got his construction hat on and all that shit.
You
He ain't
can
got
go to
time
Vegas. Prostitution is legal. The
He
bitches
just
just
getting
got
off
to
of
pay
work.
taxes on the pussy.
Packy, he just getting off work.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
And he got work.
He got a little change in his pocket. It's between the job and the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got a
Now
roll of dice.
That's hard-earned money that he done gave this girl
He's taking a calculated risk, and sometimes people
for her to
miscalculate
just
shit,
jump out the car with the money.
and they end their ass up in jail. And not only is it in jail, it's embarrassing, especially if you're a family man, because see now you gotta register to take classes for damn near not the sex offender, but you got to go get an AIDS test and all of that.
Them classes is $45.
Yeah.
$45.
So the thing is, that's why you're a trick, because it's not worth it. My whole thing is, if you're a working man or whatever, you shouldn't have to throw yourself at
Did you know
women,
that?
man.
Did you know that? It's $45 per class for
52 weeks.
I mean,
yeah.
that's what my friend told me.
Yeah.
Well, what else did your friend tell you?
My
they had
friend
to go
also
through?
told me he had to register as a sex offender. Poor guy. He had to move to Juarez, Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, the thing about getting caught up with these minors is it's something that's been exposed. It's been a part of this culture in America for a long time, even though it's sick and demented. I'm kind of glad it's been exposed, because you got a lot of adult people that have been ruined and haunted by a past that they had no control over. You know, you got little girls from different countries or little girls from here. You know, somebody might scoop some little fast-ass girl up at 15, and before she know it, she'd been selling pussy in Wyoming for 10 years.
Well, you gotta be, as like I say, you have to be somewhat of a connoisseur of women. You know, like if I see
a pussy professional.
You could call it a pussy connoisseur, maybe, or something. You know, but what I do for me, I'm just saying from my I can spot them. They don't need to show me no ID. If I see a girl, I could tell, usually around the ghetto, where I frequent, I can really much tell how old a girl is because of how thick her mustache is. You know, because a lot of these girls, they eat a lot of... No, serious. They eat a lot of McDonald's, and they got a lot of hormones in it. So if you notice these young girls, they have like peach fuzz, but it's kind of thick. You have it?
Yeah, I don't really.
Well, just never mind. I'm just saying.
No,
Maybe
okay.
it wasn't a girl
If you pay-
nowadays.
if you-
She got a mustache. You never know.
If you
Yeah,
take a
kind of
close
funny
look,
to me talking about
Yeah.
the mustache.
No.
Satan is busy.
Yeah.
You know, you never know.
You got to wipe that
It
makeup
could have been some little
off
boy
the
who
lip.
was violated.
Yeah, 'cause,
So you mean to tell me it ain't no girl named Chauncey?
Did the motherfucker have on some Jordans?
Well, that's what my friend had told me.
Hey, man.
I think they're mixing up two different things. There's prostitution and there's sex trafficking. Sex trafficking is when.
Well, how do you hold the willing?
It's the same.
How do you hold the willing?
It's the same. Even if she's an adult, they put that in the RICO bill under the federal jurisdiction that if you take any woman, she could be underage or of age.
What if she
applies
for the job?
If you take her across state lines, they deem that as human trafficking. So if you pimping and you take somebody from California to Louisiana or New York, every state line that you cross is an additional charge for one person. Now, if you got 5 women, there's a charge per woman per state that you cross.
So if you just stay in California,
my point is, gentlemen,
they still call it human trafficking if you're going from Orange County to L.A. County.
Gentlemen, my point is, what if the woman is willing? You know what I'm saying? She hasn't been forced. Nobody's holding a gun to her head. She just showed up and said, "How can I be down?"
Yeah, because
you got to make sure she's of age. You got to make sure she's of age, but. You know, my buddy was just dealing, low key with this female that was a stripper, and
what was her name? Was it Champagne? Charlene?
I don't know.
Was
what
she
her
named
name
after any kind of drinks?
I call her Ass Shaker, but she just got mad at him. They in a drive-through getting something to eat. She see a cop car pull up in the spot or whatever, and she just goes to the cop car and just tell them he's been taking my money. He caught a case behind that.
Is that what you would call a renegade hoe?
Well, yeah, that's what they say, but she really a hoe in the sense that she wasn't out there on the street, and he wasn't prostituting her at all by no means either. He was just picking her up from work, you know what I'm saying? But she got mad at him. So the end of the day, man, what I'm trying to say in hindsight to wrap up my take on this all, if you a man, you got to be responsible for your decisions and even more so real strict about who you deal with, because that's why it's called a trap and that's why you call it trick. If you led and you're a grown man, you being led by the sensitive nerve endings at the head of your dick, you liable to end up in some shit and disease, jail, robbed, killed, or anything.
Ultimately, what you're saying is, don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Like Beretta said.
Wait a minute. So younger Farouk never was led by that?
I ain't never paid for pussy.
I'm not talking about paying. I'm talking about. Being led by that muscle a horse to go get some.
No, I never have, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay,
that's a lie.
Because I'm gonna tell you why, Packy. Okay. Unlike you, I started fucking in the 6th grade. Okay, you probably got some pussy at 18.
I asked you at any time. You have never been led by that muscle.
When I was a child, I'm going to put it this way. When I was a child, I thought and did things as a child. Okay, when I became a man.
That was a question, right?
Okay, but I'm talking about a kid. I'm talking about a young kid. I ain't talking about nobody 16, 17, 18. 16, 17, I had hoes. Okay, paying me. Okay, as a child, you wake up in the morning, the wind blow, your dick get hard. That don't mean I'm going to fuck a tree, I'm going to fuck the wind. Okay, so what I'm saying is when you become a grown man, you should not let your lower extremities rule your thought process.
Okay,
it's the same thing with a lot of these athletes and celebrities to be getting caught up with these bum bitches. If you are a multi-millionaire, why can't the woman you deal with make at least $250,000 and have a real life instead of a bitch being a stripper or just cute?
Well, let's put it on the table.
Or Instagram.
All of us up here know that we were all in school. And we had some people that was like Farouk that was slick and sly and had all the hoes, right? And we had those.
I didn't have all the hoes. I just had the hoes like me.
Okay, and then we had the other guys that played sports that maybe didn't know how to talk to women. Maybe didn't know how to.
I as the other guy, but I didn't play sports.
Yeah, I played sports.
But those guys sneak past, they make it to the NBA, to the NFL, and they never had no girls, and then they lose their mind when they get that money.
What about the guys like me that couldn't play sports that just was selling lunch tickets?
Well, you was a little guy. Girls always like little guys.
No, they just liked me for a friend. They was like, "Oh, you're just a friend." I was like, "Well, shit, if you was my friend, you give me something." That's
so you never slid in nothing by just being a friend?
I just got...
Being in the right place at the right time?
Never. I was always in the wrong place at the right time and the wrong time. I was just the dude with the lunch tickets, man. That's just... Yeah, I want to be included in the story.
That was like what Farouk was saying, and he tried to pin on me, but it's the It's those guys that never got none that was sexually frustrated.
How old were you when you first got your first piece?
Oh man,
21.
21. Nah, it wasn't 21.
When was it, Packett?
I don't know how old I was. I know I was.
Was it after high school?
Nah, it was junior high.
32.
I think it was like I think it was like 6th grade.
6th grade?
6th or 7th grade.
Damn, what school did you niggas go to?
I went to Overwrite.
Damn.
Yep, my first girlfriend when I was in the 5th grade went to Overwrite, and she was spitting on my shit in the 5th grade.
Where the hell is this school?
Her name was Wendy in Westchester.
Hey,
my sister went there.
Was
I was in the 5th grade getting blew off by a 7th and 8th grader from Overwrite.
I knew I should have lived on the
west
west
side. I
side.
used to take down all my sister's friends. So
see, I went to school on the east side. You know what I'm saying? So
I went to Gompers too. I went to Gompers.
I was on the east side. We was selling lunch tickets and shit. In the summertime, we go get free lunch and turn our hats back.
Marv do like that dude that was out there selling the lollipops, trying to be everybody's friend.
Jolly Rancher sticks for your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah,
I know the look.
I come to school with a bag of goodies for your ass. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers was on some pussy. I'm just trying to get some money so I could get some sandwiches or something after school.
Man, I was on sports.
Now you know good and goddamn well your big ass never missed a meal.
I never just
looked living good on the west side.
But see, even coming up as a kid, man, and I think it's partially has a lot to do with me having a sound relationship with my older sister. I never looked as a female as a sexual object alone, meaning that if I saw a female, a sister, she was attracted, I tried to find other things about her that was more appealing. For one, is she smart? Can she help me with my homework? Or, was she like a tomboy? Can we like throw the football or something of my interest other than having sex? And this is the problem. A lot of cats, they just see a woman, see the ass and that, and they block off everything else. They forget that this bitch is a professional con artist. And she's conning the fuck out you. So then you get caught up in compromising situations where you on the bad end of that compromise, and now you feeling bad. She's out thinking you, so now you get mad. Before you know it, you done choked her ass out, and the police got your ass in handcuffs.
So is there any protection for the sucker? Is what I'm trying to say.
No, you can't protect the sucker from himself, and it ain't no rehab for pussy, So if you go be a trick, that means you was born a trick, and you'll probably go die a trick, okay?
And we'll be right back after these messages on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Trick, stay tuned. Oh, we only got 5 minutes left?
Well, I guess we go roll it on out.
Well, I guess we're going to roll it on out with this here. Now, because I know it's a lot of tricks out there that's watching this show, a lot of suckers.
Yeah, you got to tell
and I have nothing personally against you. Tricking is not against the law. Getting caught tricking is.
Wait a minute, what did you say, Package?
You got to tell your homeboy what you learned here.
Oh, I'll tell him.
Because it seemed like he's been doing the wrong things, making the wrong turns, and going down the wrong streets.
I'm quite sure he's watching right now. I'm quite sure he's learned a lot this episode.
And we need to push forward with these women catching cases behind doing this stupid stuff. Because like what we were talking,
stuff like what?
Like saying he raped me, and then coming back later on after they done got $2 million from a lawsuit talking about, well, he didn't rape me. I just said that to get some money. And then they still don't go to jail. They don't get any time behind it. There's no consequences for these women that come with all these allegations and then
I beg to differ. The young brother that went to UCLA, when it was proven through the new technology, DNA, that he in fact did not run that young lady, they put her ass in jail. Okay, so... That's
one case.
No, there's plenty of cases.
It needs to be every case when somebody lies on the person, they need to go to jail.
See, in a perfect world, that's one thing.
But see, here you have it. You have a lot of men, we so goddamn gullible and soft-hearted when it comes to women. You have a lot of men that when offered, do they want to press charges? They don't. Okay, so
because they're looked at differently than women.
No,
like, you're a punk.
This is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you have been wrongfully accused of anything from a woman, you're happy to get out of that unscathed with your freedom instead of pressing charges with her false allegations. That's what I'm saying. So in hindsight, the system is what it is, okay? If you're ignorant of the system, it doesn't matter if you're honest or wrong. You're going to get fucked. Now, if you know the system and you know the law, whether you out there doing pimping hoes or you honest, then it works for you.
But I'm going to tell you like this, and if there's any women out there that ever run across Marv, you do me wrong, I'm pressing charges. Look, I don't give a shit. I will send your ass to jail. You hear me? For real. I ain't going to put shit on your books or nothing. Your ass will go to jail. I don't give a shit. You show up in court with that goddamn Catholic girl shit on and with the looking like goddamn strawberry shortcake. I don't give a fuck. Your ass going to jail. That's just for the record. Go ahead. Now continue, gentlemen.
Yeah, you had it right.
Judges tend to see by that, and a lot of female judges too, especially if she's a real live prostitute. She been in the courtroom a few times. See, like you say, she put on the Catholic school outfit. You think she young and innocent, but the judge know that this bitch been selling pussy since 1952.
Yeah. You look at the girl. It's a rapper named Young M.A. Now, a lot of yeah, that one. A lot of guys say she cute. She look like Kevin Gates to me. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Kevin Gates. You know what I'm saying? 2 phones, everything. You hear me? Now
she look like Old Dog.
She looked like Old Dog and Kevin Gates
blended.
Now, if she go to court.
I just thought about Kevin Gates. That's a good one.
Yeah, if she go to court, she ain't going to look like Old Dog or Kevin Gates. She going to be in that motherfucker looking like Lisa Wright.
Yeah, lipstick, skirt on, everything.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't going to come in that motherfucker looking like Old Dog talking about, Judge, you want a cheeseburger?
Hey, I'm going to tell you a story. When I was doing some security work up in Hollywood, we had a girl and guys line. Mm-hmm. And one day we had a guy come through with a bad little woman, right? And he went through the guy's line and she went through the girl's line.
Right.
The DJ was trying to holler at the girl. The girl bucked up and the DJ took off on the dude.
Right.
When he took off on the dude started screaming like a girl.
What?
And said, I'm a girl. Now, I'm going to tell you.
Now, was it a discount for the girls' line?
No. But, when they want to be considered something, they go full-fledged.
Oh, but when he hit his ass, he went all back girl.
All women. But this is the part. She said she wanted to press charges, so we called the police. Police is on their way up there. This girl went in the bathroom and came out a girl.
What?
I'm talking about I don't know where these titties came from.
So she went in the bathroom, unwrapped her shit.
She took that ace bandage around them titties.
Oh my goodness! But when the police showed up, we were all looking like, who is that? This man was about to be put up under the jail cell because he put some tips on.
So he hit the dude, but wounded the girl.
Oh man. But it was mind blowing because if you would have saw it, you would have saw the transformation happen right in front of your face. The deep voice go to a high voice and everybody looking dismayed.
So at first, let me get this straight. So it was dressed like a dude.
Yes.
And so he got up there and said, "Oh, you need to check my ID and shit."
No, it had his ID check.
The voice was, what kind of music y'all playing tonight?
Perfect deep voice.
Oh,
perfect.
Oh,
Came
you ain't
through.
just gonna run up on me.
And you know when we pat the dudes down, you go down like this, didn't have no problem, nothing, checking the pockets, none of that. And
I'm quite sure he didn't fire no pistol. Huh?
Deceitful, deceptive.
My goodness.
Right. But then when he hit the dude, how did it sound?
Oh, I'm a girl. Even the DJ, he was about to sock him again, pulled back like, what the fuck just happened?
He thought he hit the wrong button.
Hey, man, I'll never forget that. Never forget that. That was
gotta watch
amazing.
out, man. You have to really watch out and be careful out there.
Well, there you have it.
But I don't have no regards or no respect for people to get caught up with a minor. I don't give a fuck how big her titties and ass was or none of that. That's on you.
Always check the mustache. Let me tell you that. And if you can, check the ID.
If a girl got a mustache, I don't think I'm gonna mess with her.
Me neither. That sounds like some other shit.
My girl ain't got no mustache.
Well, you ain't rubbed her lip hard enough. Because
the poetess ain't got no mustache.
I don't know that. The window.
That a bitch.
That's a tinted window. I'm not saying she does. I just said I ain't looked at it that close.
So you cool with a girl having a mustache?
I ain't cool with that shit because I'm a barber. I edge that bitch up. I'm just saying.
Oh, hey,
McDonald's food got hormones in it, and most motherfuckers love a 20-piece.
Leave McDonald's alone.
And it will put some hair on your
lip.
It will put some hair on your lip. So that being said, we will see you next week from 7 to 8 right here on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Be safe, be good to each other.
And leave the hoes alone, man. Leave the
that
hoes
motherfucking
alone.
Hey, baby, I'm coming home. I need you to get the oxygen tanks ready. We going at it again, round 2.
There you go. Good night, everybody.
This is the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah.